So here's me at the Pan Am's 2008. This is the no-gi pans. I think it was still called Pan Am's at that point, but I'm not really 100% sure. They changed it from Pan Americans to just be Pan everything. Pretty good marketing play, I think, for IBJJF at that point. Here's me trying to do a little rubber guard. I'm looking to isolate an arm on the opposite side. If I could swim, I would do that, but my opponent was doing a good job of keeping his elbows in, which means I was trying to squeeze his elbows together, go the opposite way with it. So if the elbows are outside, you can get kind of like an overhook. If the elbows are inside, you're going to end up with more like an armbar type position. And you can see my left leg there is trying to bite over that shoulder for a high bite. The only problem is that my opponent was doing a good job of keeping his elbow out at that point. So he's kind of digging his elbow out into my left hip. And I think I got a little frustrated and went for a sweep way too soon. Wasn't super patient. Looking to play a little guard maintenance here. He does a nice little X-pass attempt, which makes me go into guard maintenance mode. And again, my opponent has got that lead knee forward, doing a good job there. It's a strong leg lock position for him. If he was allowed to do heel hooks, I would have been a little more concerned, but because of the nature of the position, I just sort of triangled my legs and held on here. I think the match is probably 0-0 at this point. I'd pulled guard, established a closed guard, played that rubber guard position, and here I am looking to make some space, get back to guard, play some maintenance. He was doing a pretty good job of sort of making me play maintenance, though, and I wasn't being offensive. Here's me trying for a clinch, and as he goes to stand up here, gives me an opportunity here for an easy cheap sweep. So hooking the leg from the outside, holding on, and just coming forward. Just coming forward with a cheap and easy tackle. Kind of the easiest thing you can do. I was a little slow on the draw with coming forward and passing. I should have kept his leg smashed there, but his right foot is on my hip. I had it across my hip for a second on the other side, which would have been a really great pass, but he did a good job right away. I didn't close the space very well. And because I was in closed guard momentarily, or kind of a pseudo closed guard, not real sure what the referee's talking about there, but I was going to the biceps for control. And as I backed up there, he stood up. That was his choice, which gave me a chance to pull guard, which I think was a pretty big strategic mistake for him. It means that he would have had to pass my guard here in order to be ahead on points. But it also gives me the opportunity to sweep. So I think that he felt like he could footlock me before. And so he's sort of looking for that same opportunity here. Looking to thread the arm through, then he sits back for the foot. And I felt that, and I came forward right away. Again, no heel hooks allowed, so I wasn't really super worried about that particular position. Coming forward on top, establishing, getting my two. He almost sweeps me back here. And you can sort of see I was looking for a Kimura there in a sort of a primitive, terrible sort of way. And so I'm up 4-0 at this point. He conceded the sweep by going for that footlock there. So up 4-0, I know that if I can just stay on my feet here for the remainder of time, I'm going to win. And while I would normally go out when I would compete and try to get a finish, get a submission pretty much every time, this tournament was important to just win. I had won the gi Pan Ams earlier that year, and winning the no-gi Pan Ams appealed a lot to me. I had maybe won my weight category earlier, and this was the absolute, or vice versa, in the no-gi pan. So this would have been 3 sort of Pan Am golds, and I wanted to win. Sorry. And I won. So it was not spectacular, but I used some pretty decent strategy and decent techniques, and I got the win, and my hair was fabulous. So that's